Hello, I am FrAvatar. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play of X4 Foundations. I'm a veteran of the X series, but I've never played X4 before. I just loaded up a couple of hours ago, tried the open universe, just setting up the controls that make sense to me. We're going to go through the tutorial, make sure I know, even although I am...
Tired of waiting for shuttles? Want to fly wherever you want, whenever you want?
Yes.
Then what you need is a pilot's license. And what's the best place to get one? That's right, Chase Winger's Flight School. I do theory, I do practice, and I'm licensed for weapons training.
Excellent.
With my tried and tested training course, you'll be an ace pilot in no time, guaranteed.
Excellent.
Success not guaranteed. No liability in case of explosion, blood trauma, exsanguination, asphyxiation, or rapid decompression.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the tutorial because, as I was saying, even though I am a veteran of the X series, I've never played X4, so I know what I want to do. I just gotta find out how to use the game, basically. What is the X series? It is a single-player, persistent universe where you do the 4 X's: explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. You start out in one little ship and you can end up with an entire empire, take over sectors with capital ships and everything. There are multiple storylines. They're all side quests, basically, not part of the main story. But first things first, let's do the basic tutorial. Try not, do or do not, there is no try. Thank you, Yoda. This is Hell Box. It stays on screen until you close it. Others may disappear after a certain time. Perform required action. Press escape to close this one. Alright? Do you want to load pre-made input profile? Yes. This one. Please? Yes. Thank you. It's mostly default, except for the things that just made too much more sense to me. Anyway, message checker at the bottom left corner of your screen. If you have an active mission, like now, your current objective is shown in orange text. Pay attention to me. Alright, escape to continue.
Before we begin, I need to perform a few routine physical tests. Regulations, you know. Please move your head as far up or down as you can.
Up.
Okay, now please walk a few steps.
Down. I don't like that. Because I can do it with the mouse, so it makes much more sense. Okay.
Faster, please.
Faster.
Okay, now do a few jumping jacks, please. Finally, a few squats, please.
Let's see.
Great! You seem to be in good physical shape, so we can move on to your flying lessons. Let me know how you want to proceed. Yes?
So, click with dialogue, either here or 1, because it's the number 1. 1.
We'll start by using the transporter room outside to go to the docking bay. From here, you need to embark and take the controls.
FrAvatar, Vanguard.
You are cleared for undocking. Proceed.
Shift D to undock. Okay, flight.
Use the steering controls to turn your ship.
Shift space for mouse steering. That seems excessive. Okay. 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 No.
Now, use the strafing controls to move sideways or vertically.
Hold on. Strafing. Let me put myself back to the. Okay, strafing.
Okay, before we continue, make sure there's no obstacle right in front of you. I can't check from here, so I have to trust you on this one. When you clear, gently accelerate forwards. There's usually a speed limit inside docking areas, but you don't have to worry about exceeding it. The ship's computer will limit the speed for you. You can also fly backwards. Try this now.
Too late.
Now, I need you to make sure there really is nothing in front of you. When you're ready, strap in and hit your ship's boost. Boosting. So let's practice what you've learned so far. I've prepared a little course for you. Please fly close to each of the navigation beacons in turn. Your next target will always be marked in orange.
Okay, hold on. So pause when I open menu. Okay, good. Is that 9 and num 0, right? But it's not doing it. Nope. It's not doing it. Where's the next one? Okay, what if I put it side button? Yeah.
Don't worry, you're not being timed.
I think I might have boosted too much and I'm out of boost. Okay.
Fly to the marked station.
Wait, what? This one? There.
Now that you're in range, interact with the station to request docking permission. Follow the trail of lights to your assigned dock.
Yeah, I can do this.
Turn your ship in the indicated direction. You should now be able to see an abstract representation of the docking bay and your position relative to it. Each element must be aligned before you can dock. When aligned, the elements change colour from red to green. I usually align my orientation first. Begin by moving the centre of your crosshair to the matching element in the docking UI. Now that your ship is fully aligned, let go of the steering controls. There's a triangular element pointing upwards that represents your ship's position over the dock. If it's darkened,
I feel
then your
like I'm
ship is
not-
outside the displayable area. Now, gently move your ship down until the docking computer takes over.
So like this.
If you can afford them, there are software upgrades that make this process a bit easier. This next thing is something you are going to be using a lot. I've marked a remote location for you to fly to. Don't worry, I don't expect you to crawl there at your base speed. First, please align your ship so it points roughly towards the target. Now, activate travel mode. Depending on your engine type, it may take a little time to get started.
Wait, what? Just autopilot?
Autopilot. Engaged. Unknown object.
Look at your speed bar just below the crosshairs. You will keep accelerating for a while until you reach your ship's top travel speed. You've probably noticed other modes in the list when you activated this one. Each mode has its special use, and only one mode can be active at a time. Now that you've gathered some speed, you'll notice that steering has become much harder. This is why it's best to point your ship towards your destination before engaging travel mode. Now, turn off the mode the same way you turned it on.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
You are now coasting, which means a few things. First, your ship is decelerating much more slowly than it normally would. Second, steering is easy again. Give it a try now. Third, you've probably noticed that your ship keeps flying in the same direction. You can come to a stop much more quickly by actively decelerating. This automatically re-engages the safety limits on steering. Try it now. As for the travel direction, any strafe movement will revert that to the behavior you're used to. You can also drop out of travel mode more quickly, skipping the coasting phase. Let's try this now. Please reactivate travel mode. Now wait until you've built up some speed. Whenever you're ready, quickly drop out of travel mode. Great! The next part will take place some distance from here, so let's take a break and let the autopilot do the hard work for now. The autopilot automatically navigates to the current objective. It engages travel mode when appropriate and makes use of gates, accelerators, and highways. It even avoids obstacles in the way. Well, mostly, which is why you still need to be at the controls.
Sure.
You may notice that it sometimes turns travel mode off when everything seems wide open to you. The safeties are on a bit of a hair trigger, probably to keep insurance rates from skyrocketing. Today, we'll learn how to use the various means of travelling between systems and sectors. Before we start, please note the yellow icon below your crosshair. The manuals call it the check engine light, but I've never seen an engine that looks like that. It means that you can't make use of your travel mode right now. That's because this lesson takes place in a region that prevents it from working. Being hit by a weapon disables your travel drive for a short time as well, so don't rely on it to get out of trouble.
Alright.
I've also heard of weapons that target this system specifically to make you an easy target for pirates. On to the actual lesson at hand. In front of you is a jump gate. Sometimes you'll find one that's inactive. This one's working though, which you can tell from the swirly bits in the middle. To use it, simply fly through. That's all there is to it. Now, I've been told that the technology is totally different, but in practice, these accelerators function pretty much exactly like jump gates. Fly through this one.
Alright, this little ship is a pretty fast ship, 532 meters per second. That's the first thing I would I need that fast ships.
While jump gates connect different star systems, accelerators take you to different places within the same one.
Okay.
Up next, a superhighway. They also take you to sectors within a star system. The main difference is that they are directional, so you need to use the entry gate, not the exit. Fly into the entry gate.
Superhighway, unknown sector.
Yeah, I like this cockpit.
As you see, it's a tiny bit slower than the other methods. I like it though, it lets me enjoy the view. Highways can also be local. The entry of one is right in front of you. Fly into it. It has a much lower speed than the superhighway we just came out of, but it's still a whole lot faster than most ships can travel on their own. It's not wide enough for capital ships, though. Medium-sized ships are the largest that can use them. Local highways can be entered and exited at any point along the way. Fly into the one right in front of you.
Autopilot's
This
doing the job
highway
for
is
me.
special in that it leads you right into a jump gate. You don't have to do anything. The transition will just work on its own. There we go. Please pay attention to the objective in the corner of your HUD. It's counting down to when you should exit the highway. Wait until it's done, then exit the highway. Now. Well done. Time to learn how to defend yourself. There are a handful of targets in front of you. Their HUD color indicates that they are enemies. Some are darker than the others. Those are behind something and can't be hit with your weapons right now. I've now activated your primary weapon. The small dots that have just appeared indicate where the weapons are currently aiming. They will automatically track your current target as long as it's close enough. Note that the HUD markers of some targets are smaller. These targets are currently outside your weapon range. Select the closest enemy target.
Shift E.
A new HUD element has appeared right in the center of the target. This is the aim ahead indicator. It shows you where you need to aim, which is especially useful if the target is moving. Slowly cycle through all the targets.
Cargo drone.
When
Okay,
a
that
target
works.
outside your weapon range has been selected, you can see the weapon indicators becoming darkened. The aim ahead indicator also changes its appearance. Select the closest enemy target again and shoot at it until it's destroyed. Destroying the targets. You'll need to move closer in order to hit some of them. If you look to the right of your crosshair, you will see bars next to your weapons that gradually fill up when you are firing. This is heat. It automatically dissipates when you stop firing. This happens more slowly if there are multiple weapons cooling down at the same time. Your weapons just overheated. You will not be able to fire until they've cooled to a safe temperature. This target is much sturdier than the others. Look at the blue bar above the target. This is its shield strength. After a few seconds without damage, it will begin to recharge. All shields work like this, including your own.
Shift X.
I've now activated your secondary weapon, a missile launcher. It's loaded with a type of guided missile that requires a target lock. Please select the target in front of you.
Cargo drone.
You can now see a lock being acquired. You may fire when ready.
R.
The target has dropped something. Fly right at it to pick it up. It's another type of missile. It has been automatically added to your ammunition storage. Missile launchers have limited ammunition. You can see the number of remaining missiles to the left of your crosshair. Look at the curved blue bar below your crosshairs. I'm going to demonstrate damage to your shields. Wait for it. There we go, it's recharging.
I mean, so far so good.
Hustling the border territories is a risky business. Sure, there are opportunities, but there's always some rancid chancer waiting to take you down. I've made and lost a fortune in credits. Twice now. But I'm on the way up again. And this time, I'm gonna stay there. But first I have to shake off these damn pirates. One down. Two down. Bastu.
Looks like you're having a bad day.
What the? You've stopped time?
Not quite. It's an impedance bubble. Kind of complicated to explain.
But everything stopped.
Impedance bubble status green.
Look, we don't have much time. You're basically stuffed. Flaming death the moment this bubble collapses.
Okay.
Impedance bubble status green.
I can get you out, but you'll never have this life again. Everything will change, and I can't promise that you'll like all the changes. But you won't be dead.
Impedance bubble unstable.
Oh, this is useless. I've gotta go.
Impedance bubble status red.
I'm in. Get me out of here.
Bubble collapse imminent.
Okay. That's a lot of It feels like it's not a tutorial. It feels like it's
Welcome
the
to
start.
the facility. How do you feel?
Yeah. Start of timelines. Now, this game recommends you play timelines first because I think timelines unlock stuff for the main game. But sure. I'll cut this off now and start the next episode at this point. The first part will be tutorial episode 0, basically. Yeah, we'll see you there. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.